Yes, people, it's Bobby Blue back with another video, and today we'll be doing a Chelsea keep, loan, and sell. And there are a few players who their futures have already been sealed, so when we get with them, we'll know what to do. Starting with my boy Mike Penders. If this was the ideal world for me, I'm actually loaning him again because for me, goalkeepers peak when they're 28 and above. So having him now putting pressure. If he has a bad season, everyone's turning against him. No one's got patience for goalkeepers. It doesn't matter how good you are or how good your potential is. So that's my thing about him. I'm really hesitant. I think he's a good goalkeeper, and I have liked the things I've seen from Strasbourg and from Ghent, but I would loan him in a ideal situation. But I just don't see us getting another goalkeeper. So for that reason, I'm gonna have to say he's gonna be in contention because I don't trust Rob Sanchez. Yes, he pulls off a fantastic save here and there, but actually, no. You know what, we're doing my thing, okay? So I would get another goalkeeper. I would get Emi Martinez. I would try get Mike Mangan, and I'd loan Penders because this is mine. I don't care how Chelsea's gonna do it. I'm doing it my way. Okay, Palestra. Whew. This guy has really impressed me this season, this preseason. I like his profile, man. He's giving me a Marcus Alonso, and Marcus Alonso with pace and a bit more panache, a bit more sauce. You see, his hair's a bit more slicker than Marcus Alonso's as well, so he's a bit more slick. So I would put him, but he's got Reece James, the best right back in the world, in his position. If we're playing a three at the back, Reece James can go right centre back, and he plays as a wing back. But if we're playing a back four, would he really go left back? Because I do think he has a very good weak foot, but I think everyone's been overhyping it. I can clearly tell that he's more right footed than left footed, like with his crossing and stuff like that. Yeah, he's got a really good weak foot, but I don't know if will he be our permanent left back if if we're playing a back four and Reece James takes that right side. So that's why I'm gonna put in contention for a starting spot because I don't think he's a core player, but I think he's just going to be above a squad player, especially with how Xabi Alonso really wanted him, and also with how he's been playing in preseason. He's been getting key minutes as well. Next, Omari Kellerman. I actually heard this guy's story. Like when he was injured, it was quite sad to see. Like he used to be like he was actually depressed because a lot of these footballers, their personality is. Let me rephrase that. Their personality is not football, but football has been their life. So once that's been stripped away from them, like it feels like they're nothing. But so hearing his story, it was very sad, and he got like a little remontada for Cardiff. So I like that. But we need to stop hoarding players, and we need to start with getting rid of Omari Kellerman and players like this because him going on loan and loan and loan again, we're never getting that 20 million back unless he has a stellar season in the Premier League. Other than that, I don't see us getting that. So that's why I would sell him. And I think he is going to Strasbourg anyway, so you need to leave, but without the capital full stops, without the capital letters. Next, Jorgensen, this brother, leave with the capitals on top of capitals because, wow, this guy infuriates me as well, man. I remember the 24-25 season. Sanchez was having howler after howler. I was waving flags like I was a MAGA supporter for Jorgensen, saying bring him, play him, because he had a few good Conference League games. And then the Aston Villa game, they said wake up to reality because this guy wasn't good enough. Like he's not imposing enough for a goalkeeper. A goalkeeper needs to be imposing, otherwise you're cooked. Look at Kepa. Look at him. So honestly, I do feel sorry for him because I don't think he was ever Chelsea level, so he was guaranteed to fail. But he's gonna have to leave, and I think he's leaving to Strasbourg as well. Hey, if you know, you know. This guy was off like under Winstanley and Stewart. He was the first wonder kid, and I remember his game against Fulham. He actually played very well, but Lampard just didn't play him. Potter didn't play him. and then he had like a quite a crap spell at Union Berlin, and then we just forgot about him. I think there's a play in this guy because even for Burnley, he scored a couple bangers. He scored like 5, 6 goals in half a season for a relegated team like Burnley. But unfortunately, I don't even know where he is now. He could be my neighbor. I wouldn't know. So I'm gonna say, yeah, he needs to leave, man. Let's be respectful. Danny Welbeck. Danny Welbeck's a squad player. There's nothing really to say. He's not going to replace our starting striker. And I don't even think he's our second best striker. This might be controversial. I genuinely don't think he's our second best striker. I do like the signing because he seems like he's such a cool guy. Like a lot of the players like him. He is a leader. But I don't know. As a footballer, yeah, I think he's a good footballer. But I don't think he's someone who can compete for a starting spot. He's just the definition of a backup player. Robert Sanchez. I'll make him a squad player. That's what I do. In a hypothetical world, if I was the club director, I'm making him a squad player. I think this guy does have qualities. He's a very good shot stopper. He's good at claiming crosses, but it's just that those moments. And yes, people say, "Oh, he hasn't had that moment," and then every Arsenal game, he has that moment. So for me, and I feel like you always need that just trust in hands. Obviously, goalkeepers are gonna make mistakes, but if I'm Levi Cole, if I'm Lacroix, seeing this guy at the back, I'm like, I might have to overcompensate. I might have to be a bit more aggressive. And yeah, he's been good, but I'm always gonna remember the bad moments. Am I not? So that's why I still okay. I like him, but it's not to the level where I'll trust him and contentious starting spot and core player allow it. So that's why he's got to be a squad player for me. I wouldn't sell him, but if the right price did come, I probably would. But I'll keep him in squad. Romeo Lavia. I've got stocks in this guy, man. When this guy plays football, when he's at the top of his game, you could argue he's our best midfielder. That's controversial to say, I know, but the way this guy plays football, he plays on a different level. Him at Southampton, wow, like it's the press resistance, he's literally got it all. But the injuries, man, it's been 3 years and he hasn't played 90 minutes. And I'm not counting that AC Milan preseason. Like, yeah, that's progression, but bro, you need to play 90 minutes in a professional game, like a competitive game. But we would like sell for the right price is not here for Lavia because we won't be able to recruit half of that money. And you need to leave. I feel like that's harsh, man. I'd give Lavia another chance, so I'd have to add him in squad player. Wesley Fofana. End of the season, this guy was public enemy number one. He was getting hated, and I do understand why. Because like that, his antics, he's a record signing, and Twitter comments, antics, and all of that. It is quite annoying. But for me, just like Lavia, I think less so than Lavia. There's a player there, man, and like if he didn't get those injuries, would we have got Lacroix? Because Lacroix has quite a lot of holes in his game, I believe, and so does Fofana. They're quite different in terms of Lacroix. I feel like 1v1 is acceptable. He's a bit of a Disassi, a bit of a truck. But then Fofana is very good to, I think, 1v1. But then aerially, Fofana is a bit suspect, and then Lacroix is quite good. So I think there's gonna be competition between these two, to be honest. Like it's not gonna be just Lacroix and Colwell partnership. I think there's gonna be a competition between these two, and that's why I'm gonna say Fofana is gonna be. I'm gonna put him in contention. Yeah, that might be controversial. I'm putting him in contention. Tosin, this is public enemy number one. And I feel sorry for him because he's just not Chelsea level. They're just not Chelsea level. Honestly, like we've actually set these guys up because Chelsea fans are gonna expect Chelsea level. And when you're not signing Chelsea level players, you can't be angry at fans for getting angry at them. But you also feel sorry for them because they're not Chelsea level. And Tosin is one of them. I think he has one very good quality, and that's his passing. His passing is actually very good. But this guy is defending. it's not Chelsea level. Let me just say, keep it at that. I don't want to be disrespectful. And yeah, he's gonna need to leave. And there are quite a lot of suitors for him. He's a Premier League level footballer, and maybe even from the top 8. So, and him in Italy, Spain, I think he could fit there. So, and we're seeing a lot of English players actually going abroad. So, I would like to see him go abroad and play for Nigeria as well, man. Next, Sassy, man. It was never gonna work out, man. Chelsea were never gonna play a low block where this guy would thrive in. We're not that team anymore. Wait, like it never worked out. Even from the start of the season, I remember when we first signed him, I didn't understand why. I wasn't a big Monaco watcher, but seeing highlights, seeing highlights and seeing how he was, I was like, is this really gonna work out? And yeah, it didn't work out. So thank you, but you need to leave, Estevo. This one's actually quite hard because I could actually put him in any of these three. If we're playing a 4, I believe he's here. If we're playing a 3, though, a 3 at the back, he's probably here because Cole Palmer and Rogers are going to be the starting 2 for those 2 10 positions. And they're quite fit players, so I'm not sure, man. But if I do think the formation will be quite fluid, so I will put him at Esteval here. And Esteval is someone that actually gets me off my seat. This is with 23, 24 Palmer, with João Pedro right now. They're just players that just it's just refreshing to see. It just gives me that sense of pride. Like, hey, yeah, you sort this out. Gives me that Hazard vibe, that De Bruyne vibe. And Esteval is just one of those players who has it. So I'll keep it a starting contention. But that's one of the reasons why I hope we do play a 4. So we get to see more attacking qualities, the Quendas and the Estevals. And yeah, I'll keep him at contention for starting spot. Aaron Anselmino. I like this guy, man. I really like this guy. He is genuinely dual-footed. He's a good passer. He's aggressive. He played left back most of preseason and he played quite well. But the only thing is experience and injuries. This guy seems injury prone. I'll be honest, he seems injury prone. For Strasbourg and even Dortmund. Dortmund liked him, but I'm not sure he got over 10 appearances for them. But this guy is a very good player, and I think he's got a hamstring injury anyway, so we're gonna have to keep him. He'd be on the lower end of squad play for me. Josh Achampong. This guy I'd loan. I think this guy could be such a weapon for us, especially when we're playing back 3. Like he pocketed Rafael Leao. I don't care what you think about Rafael. This guy's one of the best left wingers in the world. He pocketed him physically, mentally, everything. He pocketed Rafael. So, and like he's such a unicorn of a player in terms of he's able to break lines. He's able to run past players. He's physically strong. Obviously, he probably needs to bulk up a bit more. But the thing is, the thing with him is he makes he makes quite a lot of mistakes. But you understand that because he's what 20, 21 years old. So that's the reason why I'd keep him at loan. And I'd love to loan him to Coventry. And then he comes back next season, a whole season under his belt. Because if we just keep him here, he's never gonna be our right back. Because I don't think he's a right back. And centre back, we've just signed Lacroix. Fafana's not leaving. Levi Cole is not leaving. He's gonna be a backup. He's gonna get less than how many 3,000 minutes. How's he really gonna develop into the players a lot of Chelsea fans think he can be? So that's why I believe he should be loaned. Giovanni Kind. I like this guy as well, man. I like this guy as well. Electric, fast, dribble, relentless. I'm putting him here. If it's a 4 at the back, so we play a 4-2-3-1, these two are competing for you. These two are competing for a spot. And I'm excited to see who wins. Because I don't think Esteval's as clear as people think. Honestly. I generally don't think Esteval's as clear as people think. Esteval, I feel, he's a bit more sleek. He's a bit more good to watch on the eye. Kendo is good to watch on the eye, but Kendo's a bit more explosive, more PMP. And I do like those two options, like those two contrasting options. If Esteval's not working, we'll use a Quenda. If Quenda's not working, use Esteval. So, and I do believe he'll be in starting contention, and he might actually benefit more than Esteval because in a three at the back, he'd be able to play wing back, and I don't think Esteval has the engine for that. So that's why I'd play him and keep him at contention for starting spot. Next, Jiro Hato. This guy was one of the only players last season who actually impressed me at the back end of the season. And he's a player controversial, but I think he could be better than Kukurea because he's more explosive, he's stronger, and I feel like he can drive ball with the ball more. But with a three at the back, signing Lacroix, it's kind of shafted him. Playing left back, you see Alonso doesn't really like to do the inverted thing, which benefits Hato more. You've seen him play Palestra, and you see the new signing is Pep Chevalier. So I'm not too sure how he benefits. And the reports were saying, yes, he's going to be a key player, this and that. The club believe in him, but the signings we've made, it doesn't look like we believe in him, just like with Achampong. So I'm going to put him in squad player. But I do hope he gets into contention because there is a player there. Maxence Lacroix. I really hope he's a core player, man. I really hope he's a core player. I'm done with just, oh, we need a new centre back. We need a new centre back. We need a new centre back. But I'm gonna have to go on from what I've seen, and I do believe he's gonna compete with Fofana. I don't think he's clear ahead of Fofana. If Fofana gets back to those Leicester days, what the player I believe he potentially can be, I think they'll compete. Because there are holes in Lacroix's games, but what he's good at, he's very good at. Like aerially, he's physically probably one of the strongest centre backs in the Premier League. That's why I'll keep him in contention. But core player, I really hope he is a core player, man. Gabriel Salina. This guy seems like a vibe. Every time I'm watching like Chelsea on Instagram, this and that, he seems like just happy to be there. But I remember signing him. He was seen as one of the next upcoming goalkeepers, especially for America. So for his career, I would say he needs to leave. But for Chelsea, what's the harm? I think he's solid enough to be a third choice goalkeeper. So it's really dependent on him, to be honest. Don't really mind it. But I'm going to keep him a squad player. Mamadou Sarr. We really shafted this guy. You know when Jamie Carragher says, I think players should stop signing for Chelsea? That was a terrible, terrible accent. He's one of those players you should have not signed for us. Because we bought him and then put him on loan and then brought him back from his loan for him to play like 5 games. And we've signed more centre backs. We definitely think Achampong's ahead of him. In preseason, he hasn't been getting minutes like that. Anselmino's been ahead of him. So for him, I would actually sell for the right price because I'm trying to get rid of hoarding players. You have to start somewhere, and I think he could be a player. I remember watching him in the AFCON finals. He was amazing. But we need to start cutting people off. Okay. And Mamadou Sarr, I would add maybe a buyback clause or a good incentive. Next, I shouldn't even need to speak for this. This guy, Haaland, we're coming for you. Haaland, we're coming for you, bro. I might not score more goals than you, but Haaland, my game's there. My game is there, big boy. We're coming for you. That number one spot, that number one striker spot, feels like, oh yeah, you can argue who's the best centre back out of Saliba and Saliba, Gabriel, Van Dijk. Who's the best goalkeeper? Raya, Alisson, Martinez. Who's the best right back? Timber. I don't know how they do this. Timber, Reece James, and all of that. And then it feels like Erling's just been striker. It's like, yeah, it's just Erling. It's just Erling. He's like tried to do his thing and allow it. This season, João Pedro's coming for your chain, big boy. Mark my words. He might not get more goals, but people will know. People will know Wagwan. So this guy, unicorn of a footballer, one of the best strikers in the world. I don't care. And he's a cool player for me. Mark you. Yeah. Put the fries in the bag. Put the fries in the bag. This guy, He's good at pressing. I'll just keep it at that. Pep Chevalier. I'm not too sure about this one, you know. I've not seen a lot of him. I'm going on highlights. He looks good. He looks like he's got a good engine. He looks like he's got a good cross. I'm in between squad play or squad contention because I can see it. Even if we play a five at the back formation, you probably think he'd be that first name on the team sheet for left back. But I could see Quenda, Neto, and Palestra making it before him. And then if we were just playing a back four, I could see Xabi Alonso using Palestra instead. That's why I'm gonna have to keep him as squad player. He needs to. Yeah, he's already gone anyway. We don't need to speak about him. This one was annoying, man. I had to kind of concede last season when he kind of dropped off. Let's be keep it a buck. He kind of dropped off. He was elite the first few months, like from September to all the way to like December, and then when Maresca left, I feel like Enzo started playing a lot better than him. But Moises Caicedo is an amazing footballer, man. We cannot deny this guy is an amazing footballer. He's very complete footballer, and I do want to see him get a bit used a bit further ahead because he's got a shot on him, man. We need to see that shot more. We scored what 5-6 goals last season playing as a DM. Imagine him as a CM, being able to roam a bit more, pass. His passing is ridiculous as well, and Moises Caicedo as well. I want him back in those conversations. No. I don't want him back in those conversations with Rice. I want him ahead. I want them to be like, okay, yeah, fair enough. Like just how these Arsenal fans started conceding with Timber when they knew this guy can't cross, and they're like, okay, yeah, Reece James better. I want Caicedo to be in that conversation. Rice is a top player, but I believe Caicedo is better. Pedro Neto. This is the player who I dislike the most as a Chelsea fan. In terms of, he's just so frustrating. The expectations most people had for him. I had very controversial opinions on him. I'm not going to say anything because it's probably going to backfire on me. But I really liked him in this preseason. Neto is the definition of a wingback. He tries hard, he crosses, he sprints. He tries hard, he crosses, he sprints. And I do believe if we're playing a wingback formation, he's been very good. But I'm hearing 100 mil for Pedro Neto. 100 million for Pedro Neto. This market is cooked. 100 million. I don't care if it's Saudi Arabia. I don't care if it's the whole world bidding for him. 100 million for Pedro Neto. Sell for the right price. This guy's he's a squad player. I actually do like him. Seeing his highlights, I've not watched a lot of him. I watched the Argentina game in preseason. I think it was against Honduras or something. Before the World Cup, he looked very good, and his passing is very sharp. He's what I want Enzo Fernandez to be in terms of being that deep line player, being able to spray passes, 1-2 touches, very press resistant. But the thing about him is he's quite small, man. And I'm not sure how he's going to do in the Premier League. He clearly didn't do too well at Brighton. That's why they sold him. So yes, it's going to be interesting to see how many minutes he actually gets because he didn't even get a minute of preseason. So probably be a cut player, to be honest, but we'll see. Enzo Fernandez. I'm so indecisive with this one, you know. I do like Enzo, man. All the antics. I think a lot of his antics were justified because he was the start. He was like the figurehead of our operations in terms of the project, and he's been let down. We finished 12, 6, 4th, 12th, 10th, and it's been terrible. And like he's fed up, and rightfully so. So I would sell him, but positionally and versatility wise, because if Enzo stays, he's a core player. If we sign another midfielder, I still think he's a core player. But does it make sense for him to be a core player if I want Caicedo to be able to roam? If you have so many attackers, he's kind of a liability defensively. He's probably going to want to attack with his numbers. So I would sell for the right price as well, man. Man City, if they pay over 120, I'm selling him. Kendrick Pyers. Yeah, he needs to go as well. Yeah, we're not going to get our money back, so yeah, you probably need to loan him. And it's actually quite disappointing because I thought it was going to be Esteval and Paez, Palmer. I don't know how that worked. They're both left footed. They both like the same areas. They all like the same areas. But I had a dream. That dream's probably broken because I don't think he'll ever play for Chelsea again. But yeah, we'll see. Delap, this guy's probably competing with Tosin for public enemy number one. And I'll be honest, I do understand it to a certain degree because he scored 2 goals. 2 goals. I don't care if you've had a couple injuries. He's played probably over 20 games. 2 goals is poor. He's played in the FA Cup. He's played in the Carabao Cup. He's played in the Prem. He scored against a 10-man Barcelona team at Tapin. He scored 2 goals. That's ridiculous, man. Sharman Lowe, he was poor in preseason. Omega, I do want to see him, but seeing his highlights, seeing a few games for Strasbourg, he seems like he's just a pure, proper transition striker. And I don't know how that would work for us. We're not going to be a counter-attacking team, and in the Premier League, is he going to get that much options, that much opportunities? I doubt it. So I'd loan him, and the injuries as well. Jordan Henderson, this guy's going to be a squad player. Nothing much to talk about. I don't know why everyone's so animated. Non-Chelsea fans are animated about him. He's free. If he doesn't work out, he'll go. It's not that deep. Gittins. He's someone who really needs the formation to be a 4 at the back. Because if it's a 3 at the back, I'll be honest, he's here. But because I think he's a player that we haven't seen the best of, I do like him. I do have stocks in him. And if we're playing a 4 at the back, I think he can be a weapon, man. This guy's dribbling. I think he's one of the best dribblers in the Premier League as well. So I'm going to put him in squad player. Malo Gusto. Another one competing for public enemy number one back end of the season. I think it's going to be out of him and Neto, to be honest. If Neto leaves, he'll be in contention. This guy plays games. This guy plays games. He's got a lot of attributes that managers love. Whether you're Maresca or Pochettino, and I think Xabi Alonso as well. So, and with Reece James being able to play in midfield and as a defender, I think Gusto will be competing with Palestra and Chevalier. Mudryk, he needs to go on loan, man. I'll be honest, this guy wasn't good enough playing for Chelsea when he was playing games. How is he going to be good enough when he's been laid off for like the last year and a half? Isugo. How many midfielders we have? Because if we, yeah, I'd learn Isugo. I do like him. I do like his profile. He impressed me the few games he played in the 25-26 season. But I don't think he's ready enough. And with Henderson being there, Henderson's still going to play games. Barcode being there and Lavia. And then we've still got Caicedo ahead of him. It's going to benefit him to just go on loan. My boy Reece James, core player, man. Core player, man. This guy's the best right back in the world. He's one of the most complete footballers in the world. For me, top 3 in Premier League. There's nothing much to say. He's Reece James. His sister's Lawrence James. And he's the best right back in the world. Morgan Rogers. Oh, Morgan Rogers. I don't want to put him in core player. He's just started. He just started his Chelsea career, and he is a purple patch player for Aston Villa. I hope he's going to be more than that for us, but I don't want to put him in core. I should have probably put something in between because I don't think he'll be in contention because that left wing spot, so that left 10 spot is going to be his at the start of the season for a fact. But he's not earned it to be a core player. But for the sake of the tier list, I might have to put him in. Nah, I'm not putting him in. Nah, I'm not putting him core play just yet. He's in between. He's right here, but he's gonna have to go down. We're not rounding up this time. Levi Cole was going to be a core player. This guy impressed me so much last season. This guy came off at ACL and he looked better. How is that even possible? I'm so excited to see him this season. His passing's amazing. I think defensively he could fix up a bit because I feel like sometimes he's a bit more standoffish. But this guy's a player, man, and a leader as well. Nicholas Jackson. This guy could actually be here, maybe not here. No, okay, not here at all, but here. He could be in 4 of these lists. And I'm gonna put him in. If I get more than 65 million for Jackson, I'm gonna sell him. But I think he's our second best striker, and with Jackson, he just creates something. He always creates something. Even João Pedro, I'm not sure if João Pedro creates as much as him. The way Jackson was just spinning, he was creating chances for the lap. When Cole Palmer plays, he doesn't do that. When Reece James plays, all these players, Caicedo plays, I don't see Delap getting chances. When he played with Jackson for 1 game, Delap had 2 open goals. So with Jackson, I'll put him in. And the fact that I think he can play left 10 as well. And as a cam, maybe. I would sell for the right price, though, to be honest. Nah, I'm keeping him a squad player. Sorry, I'm so indecisive. I'm keeping him as a squad player. And Cole Palmer. 23, 24, man. Please, come back. I still believe in my boy. Cole Palmer is a core player. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, do all that stuff. See ya.